Welcome to the Humane Society of Durham Region. Thank you for attending the Volunteer Orientation. Today we're going to go through what we do here at the Humane Society of Durham Region, as well as our volunteer program. We were founded in 1988 and we're made up of a volunteer board of directors, staff members, and volunteer group. We're all passionate about the humane care of the animals in Durham Region. We are a community resource dedicated to providing temporary shelter for animals in need, such as animals that are unwanted, abused, neglected, and abandoned, while promoting adoptions for these animals. Our vision is to get our animals adopted, no matter the length of stay that they are here. We work with educating the community about family-pet relationships and responsible pet ownership. We also work with like-minded groups in our community. We are a unique humane society as we are an independently operated nonprofit organization. This means we receive no government funding and we rely on all charitable donations. We are different from animal services, which is the shelters run by your local municipality. We are also different from the OSPCA and wildlife rehab centers. We're different from animal services as they are run by your municipality, so they are government funded. They do all the local bylaws and take care of the stray population. We are different from the OSPCA as they do the provincial bylaws. We are different from wildlife rehab centers as they care for orphaned, abandoned, and distressed wildlife animals. We believe in the 5 animal freedoms: freedom from hunger and thirst, freedom from discomfort, freedom from pain, injury, or disease, freedom from fear and distress, and freedom to express normal animal behavior. Our euthanasia policy is administered as a last resort to animals who are suffering or their quality of life is completely diminished. Our euthanasia rate is less than 3%. Now we'll go over our intake process. All of our animals come in through our surrender process for people who are unable to care for their animals anymore. We do a full assessment of their physical health and their mental health. This is done by our medical staff of our veterinarian and vet tech and animal care workers. In the assessment of their physical health, we screen for infectious diseases, we treat those diseases, and create a plan for their health. We spay and neuter all of our animals. In our mental health assessment, we identify any behavioral issues and address those issues with the staff. Stress is a major factor in the shelter, and that's why we rely heavily on our volunteers to enrich the lives of the animals while they're here. We have many volunteer opportunities, both in the shelter and out of the shelter. In the shelter, we have a volunteer opportunity called cat enrichment. So that includes spending time with the cats, socializing them through play, interacting with them, grooming them, petting them, and even just standing and talking with them. We rely on our cat enrichment volunteers to really help the cats come out of their shell. When they first come into the shelter, they can be quite shy and nervous. So our volunteers work with them to really show their new personalities, which helps with their adoptability to get them out of the shelter and into their new forever homes. Another in-shelter opportunity for our volunteers is our small mammal enrichment. This includes spending time with guinea pigs, bunnies, rats, mice, birds, any small mammals that come into our shelter. You enrich their lives by socialization, play, cuddling, and petting. Dog walking is another volunteer opportunity in the shelter. This includes giving the dog socialization through exercise, petting, training, and spending time with the dogs. In the shelter, we get dogs of all shapes and sizes. If you're considering becoming a dog walking volunteer, having experience with large breed dogs is an asset.
Good boy, good boy. That's good walking.
We have off-site opportunities for volunteers as well, including our off-site adoption volunteers, which help with adoption events on the weekends at our local pet stores. These volunteers are very important. As we are a nonprofit organization, we rely heavily on our fundraising events. We would like people who are very passionate, have great communication skills, and love the Humane Society to be involved in these events and help us get our word out about our mission and what we do here at the shelter. There are some requirements of becoming a volunteer. We require all volunteers to be over the age of 18 years old for health and safety regulations, as you'll be working with many biosecurity protocols and with many animals of different temperaments. We also ask that everyone commits to 2 hours per week and up to 6 months of continuous volunteering. Having experience with animals is a great asset. Thank you for attending the orientation at the Humane Society of Durham Region. We're excited for you to be part of our team. We and our animals really appreciate you and all of your hard work.